Today, we're going to talk about how 4 industry-specific technologies can save your brand and your brick and mortar business, help you do more business, and make more money. Before we get started, let me give you a little bit of information about me. I've been accused of being a disruptor in this business, and I love that moniker. Before I joined the furniture industry, I was a senior marketer in the consumer promotion business for over 20 years. I was hired by Ashley Furniture in August 2000 as their CMO. I was blessed to be part of their astronomical growth from $800 million to $2.7 billion over my 5-year tenure. And I have to tell you, everything I learned about furniture and furniture marketing, I learned from Ashley. I worked for 2 other furniture brands as their CMO. I've been an industry consultant since 2007. I've developed and managed the largest promotions ever done in this industry. I developed and maintained the largest aggregated marketing informational website for retailers and brands at www.socialforretail.com. I've been a featured writer in every magazine in this industry. I've been a guest speaker at many of the national furniture conferences. I do speak at every market in the Home Furnishings Association Retail Resource Center. And it's my passion to help retailers and brands grow their businesses by creating, guiding, and deploying successful marketing, business-to-business, and business-to-consumer solutions, integrating traditional marketing with the web and social media. So with that said, welcome to retail.
Peter, come take a look at this.
Mr. Daniels.
Mr. Daniels.
Look at this.
What's this? The numbers, they keep getting bigger and bigger.
The clicks are off the charts.
Yeah.
Yoshi, it's Walter. We're back.
Yes, sir.
I need more trees. More trees? I'll get you more trees.
Hey, take a look at wood pulp.
Everything you got on wood pulp right now.
He really loves that thing.
Boy, I bet we all could go back to the good old days. The traditional purchase journey, where you had an ad, a mailer, a catalog, a visit a store, a sales rep, customer service, and a reward card. Life was easy back then, but everything has changed. Today, we have what we call ZMOT, or Google's Zero Moment of Truth, where people are face-to-face, they use social, they use print, they use phone, the web, radio, TV. In other words, you kind of got to be everywhere. Anyone wants to find you when they want to find you. So let's take a look at what ZMOT is.
Marketers have been using a 3-step mental model of marketing for a long time. Stimulus, like developing a TV ad. Shelf, focusing on point of sale, which has historically been called the first moment of truth. And experience. People take the product home and experience it. They could have a good experience or a bad experience, and they share it. This is the second moment of truth. If marketers spend time on these 3 steps, they should succeed, right? We investigated this theory. We conducted a comprehensive study with research partner Shopper Sciences using 5,000 shoppers across 12 categories, from groceries to cars and financial products. The goal, show where influence takes place as shoppers move from undecided to decided. We found that the average shopper used 10.4 sources of information, up from 5.3 sources in 2010. We asked shoppers what sources they used to make decisions, when they used it, and how influential is each source. When we lined up their responses, a 4th step appeared in the marketing mental model, the zero moment of truth. This is when consumers do their research, get smart about alternatives, read reviews, look for coupons and comparison shop, all before going to the shelf. When we compare the steps, the zero moment of truth pops up as highly relevant and influential. Consumers have changed the way they have approached decision making. As a marketer, have you kept up, or are you still using the old mental model? There's a new mental model now, and marketers that can now keep all these steps spinning gain a very competitive advantage in today's marketplace.
The reason I'm talking about ZMOT and other elements prior to the introducing the four technologies is I want to make sure you have a solid background of what's happening in the industry. Everybody knows Jerry Epperson, and in April, before market, he came out with an astonishing little item in his newsletter. Basically, he said for furniture, not accessories and decor, the best internet sites appear to be tied to traditional stores that give the websites credibility and provide comfort to consumers who may want to see or try the furniture in person and have a better option for returns. Returns to continue to be the largest challenge for internet furniture retailers. He went on to say in this newsletter that there may be a little bit of uprising going with the investors on the large e-tailers out there because they aren't seeing a return on their investment. But what he's really saying here is if you have a great website loaded with thousands of products and information, consumers will visit your store. They want to buy locally. Over 83% of consumers want to buy local. But if you're not using technology of the internet and others, you won't get found. Therefore, they won't buy from you. I use Google a lot in my research, basically because they own the internet and they own all the knowledge on it. So there's four little things that come up in Google research, and I subscribe to Think with Google, and I think everybody should. So basically, consumers have I want to know moments. 65% of online consumers look up more information online versus a few years ago. I want to go moments. 2 times increase in finding items near me. I want to do moments. 91% of smartphone users tune to their phones for ideas while doing a task. They also are using smartphones to find your store and their products. And I want to buy moments. 82% of smartphone users consult their phones while in-store deciding what to buy. Do you have in-store Wi-Fi? Do you have price guarantees so that they won't showroom you? There's so many things that technology is being used today to buy products. So with that said, look at the new purchase journey with ZMOT, the internet, and social media and all. It gets real confusing, doesn't it? That's why you need technology to manage all of this information. So, how is technology affecting online sales? In 2015, according to MasterCard Advisors, U.S. e-commerce sales rose roughly 20% year over year between Black Friday and Christmas Eve. That compares with 7.9% for all retail sales, excluding automobiles. But here's the one thing that stands out. In the Wall Street Journal, they came out and said among the strongest overall categories was furniture, which saw double-digit growth. Perhaps most noteworthy is that furniture, once thought of as confined to brick-and-mortar stores, also is one of the fastest-growing categories online. Technology, again. People shopping on their phones, online, for your store, and all the products that you have open to buy. So, if you think online furniture sales is a fad, it's not. Take a look at this report from Business Insider. It says by the year 2020, 32% of all furniture and home furnishings will be done online. So if you don't have a great website, you don't have the technology to run the website or the technology to get the analytics to figure out how your customers shop both out of store and in store, you're going to be out of business. Or figure you lose 32% of your sales. The future of retail is all about transparency. And yes, you should be very, very concerned. I'm going to introduce you to a new company I read about called Everlane. And Everlane is going to change the whole retail landscape for online purchases. So after you see this, be scared. Be very scared. Everlane promotes on their website radical transparency. Know your factories, know your costs, and always ask why. Ask why you're paying so much is what they're talking about. Basically, their concept is the factories over in China or Vietnam or wherever that are making brand name clothing like Ralph Lauren or other brands, they're going to those factories direct to make products with the exact same quality without the brand name logo on it, and you can save up to 70%. Now, I'm going to tell you a little story. Back in the 90s when I had a consumer product agency that I mentioned earlier, my partner bought all of her clothes online in the 90s. I thought that was insane. I said, what about, does it fit? I mean, don't you want to touch and feel it and whatever? She goes, no, doesn't matter. If I don't like it, I can send it back for free. Well, I thought she was crazy. Well, she wasn't. But then, remember, it wasn't up till about 6 years ago where furniture retailers were saying, this web thing isn't going to work. People got to sit in it. They got to touch it. They got to look at it and whatever. Go back to the Wall Street article I just talked about. That's changing dramatically. So let's get back on subject and let's talk about the first technology. So the first technology I'm going to talk about is online click-to-chat. Not just live chat on your website. I'm talking live video chat. Research shows that 75% of consumers will check out your store or your brand on the internet after they see a marketing campaign. And it's also research shows that 44% of online consumers want to chat with a live person while shopping. Think about that. 44% of consumers want to chat. They don't want to pick up the phone. They want to talk to somebody. They might want to know about the warranty or the quality of leather or the fabric or different things like that. And they want to do it anonymously. No difference than how text has taken over the world. My kids text me all the time. I say, pick up the phone and call. They never call me. All they want to do is text. And I got fat thumbs and I don't like texting at all. So let's talk about this new technology. It's called online video chat. Forrester research goes to state that 62% of consumers reported being more likely to purchase from the site again that had live chat. A further 38% of respondents said they had made their purchase decision due to the chat session itself. So let's make it personal. The first technology is called Video Engager. And here's a little preview of what it does.
This is Jen. Jen needs a new sofa. Like most buyers, Jen starts by looking on the web. Jen finds 4 local stores that have something she might like. One of those stores has a magic button on their website. Jen clicks the button and instantly has a live video call to a friendly sales rep at the store.
How are you doing?
I'm great. I see you're calling about a sofa. The mechanism works on the side with these 2 little buttons right here. One button. Mechanism opens.
The sales rep builds a relationship, shows Jen the sofa on live video, and answers all her questions. Jen decides she's done with her research. She's found a sofa she likes at a price she can afford. Jen's happy. The sales rep is happy. The store owner is happy. The other 3 owners? They never even knew Jen existed. Don't be the other 3. Get Video Engager on your website today. In addition to live video calls, Video Engager also includes a powerful website dashboard, so you can see every visitor on your website in real time, including what product they're looking at, where they're from, and how long they've been on your site. You get a unique text chat capability, so you can proactively reach out to your website shoppers and offer to answer any questions they may have. You get screen sharing capability, so you can walk your web visitors through different options, like trim levels, colors, shipping details, and finance options, and so much more. Video Engager offers a free 30-day trial, so you have nothing to lose by trying it out. And since you're here at High Point, ask our sales rep about our market special. You could have Video Engager on your website tomorrow.
Many of you may have missed Clint Ingle's live actual demonstration of video chat where he was sitting at his desk at his office and did a live chat with a store in San Francisco.
Hi, I'm Clint Ingle with Furniture Today, and in a minute we're going to be speaking with Bobby Watson. He's with Hoot Judkins in Redwood City, California. And Bobby's going to walk us through a new technology called, it's video chat from a company called Video Engager. Initially, this technology was brought to our attention by Bill Napier of Napier Marketing, and let's take a look. All right, so I'm interested in this product, and off here to my right is a live video chat with us. So I'm going to click on that. and then hit the green telephone button.
Hey, this is Bobby.
Hey Bobby, it's Clint Engel with Furniture Today.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing quite fine.
Okay, so can you tell us a little bit about Hoot Judkins in your store?
Well, Hoot Judkins is a family-owned and operated furniture store here in the San Francisco Bay Area. We're located between San Francisco and San Jose. We've been in business since 1962. I'm the third generation. My sister and I currently own and operate the store.
And so I just wanted you to walk me through how this video chat works and what you do with a consumer.
Well, basically, when the consumer starts or initiates the video chat, my computer and my cell phone ring, it's just like a telephone. I can answer on either device. Right now, I answered on my laptop. It actually tells me on my screen what page on my site you're looking at.
Okay.
So I instantly already know what item. You're looking at a Mackenzie 3-drawer desk in glazed antique cherry. And then typically I would transfer the call over to my cell phone, which is what I'm going to do now, which would allow me to then walk through the store and actually show you the piece of furniture. So I got my cell phone here, and I could click and start the camera. Here I am, now on my cell phone, and I can walk across the store. So now you are viewing us that you were originally looking at on my website.
Okay, great. And then as a customer, I'd start asking you questions.
Absolutely. I could show you what the drawer construction's like. Open the drawer, show you the dovetail drawer construction, the good drawer slides. I could show you that the desk has a pull-out breadboard on the top of it. Not only can I show you this particular item, we carry a full line of bookcases that also match that you'd be interested in. So I could really use the tool to upsell or besides just the item that they're looking at website. Our focus as a brick and mortar store is always to use our website to drive people into the store. I think we have a great sales staff and very knowledgeable staff that's been on hand for a long time. And we're able to provide a lot of product knowledge that you just can't get across a website.
One more question about the cost. I know you have a special deal right now, but would it pay for itself for the average retailer?
I definitely think it would pay for itself. It's not a very expensive service. It's all cloud-based, so there's not much in the way of upfront costs for the retailer to get set up. The service was really flexible and easy to get going up on our website. They had me up and running in about 24 hours. There's a lot of options for the retailer to allow the widget on the website to be placed in different locations and say different things. And so far, it's definitely paying for itself. Any increase in business helps.
Okay. All right, Bobby. Well, thank you for walking us through it.
No problem. Have a great day.
You too.
So what kind of investment would you have as a retailer for a product like this? According to Video Engager, it's $99 a month for your first user and $50 a month for each additional user. You get unlimited use of all their features, unlimited video calls, including the web, visitor dashboard, text chat, and more. You also get a personal video URL. Now, for people that are thinking, oh, that's kind of expensive, you think about all the dead time your salespeople have on the floor. Now, when consumers are on the web, they can chat with them. They can do showroom tours. They can show products and features of different products. Like I said before, the quality of the fabric, warranties, ask all the questions, get very personal. And when 44% of people said that they've actually bought off regular chat, imagine what would happen with live chat. So let's move on to the second technology we're going to talk about. It's about augmented reality. Augmented reality should not be confused with virtual reality. Augmented reality is where you take a real object and place it in a background. So let's take a look at this awesome technology, especially for brands and retailers alike. You can demo this on your tablet real easily. Just go to iTunes or to Google Play and download the CiMagine 3D app onto your tablet. It's recommended that you have a Retina screen or the newer Android operating system. Then you can do the demos. They'll show you to put chairs, whatever, in your room. You scan your room, and then you can drop the chairs in, and you can play with it. It'll also show you dimensions or anything else you want. I believe that this technology is probably the most profound technology I've seen in years. I mean, imagine for brands, you spending so much money, $1,250 on a room shot, and it's not even probably representative of the room of the consumer's house. And think of retailers. Having a consumer come in store, they can take a picture of their room, go in and scan the actual product on your floor, put it in the room and buy it, or they could do it online. And the best part is, it's inexpensive. It's only $6 to $15 a month per image per month. I mean, that's virtually nothing. So a brand could do their whole library, let's say at $10 a SKU, and once it's done, they can put the one line of code on every retailer's website, and the visualize button will show up on all of their SKUs. This product's amazing. And if brands won't do it, retailers, consider taking your top 100 items and putting it on your website. So let's move on to the third technology I want to talk about today. I'm going to be talking about product photography in this technology. And believe me, from experience, shooting product photography is a real pain. It's cumbersome, it's time consuming, and it's really expensive. And I'm going to show you how you can save a ton of money. And then I'm going to show you at the end of it as to what I had to go through and what typical brands have to go through to take a product from market to the studio and get it into their system. Now, photos get 53% more likes, 104% more comments, and 84% more click-throughs. The company I'm talking about is Decora, and basically they're using CGI, taking your product and putting it into an existing room scene. They have tens of thousands of designers that design hotels, homes, and everything that have done CGI room scenes, and what this allows is to take your single product and put it in one of those existing room scenes. They offer a big alternative to building room sets. And in the day when I was running product photography, you're talking $1,200 to $1,500 for a good room set, then plus any additional cost for conversions. And CGI eliminates 90% of photography expenses, set construction, samples, freight, real estate, and more. And this is a great product for brands and retailers, especially if the brands give you lousy product photography shot in China or somewhere else where the room scenes are horrible. This allows you to be able to control your product photography on your best sellers. I'm going to show you examples of how it works, but first, all you need is a single product shot with the background knocked out, on a white background. All the next scenes I'm going to show you are generated CGI with a single knocked out product put into a room scene. Here's a bedroom. Here's a living room. Here's a room scene showing some distressed leather. Here's a great scene showing some outdoor furniture. And boy, have I seen that category grow at market lately. Here's a great dining room set. Can you believe that this is CGI? For all you accessory companies, look what you can do with accessories, taking that product and putting it inside a room scene. Here's a single chair. Here's a home office pick, most likely for your millennial or younger customers. So now let's discuss how we can use this amazing CGI technology for brands. So if you're a brand, think about this. Now you can give your retailers several gorgeous room shots of your furniture, rugs, accessories to go with a SKU or collection. No more relying on that one expensive shot. The one that cost you $1,250. And who says that the shot you made, if it was traditional or transitional or modern, that's the consumer's taste? I mean, with this product, you can give them 5 different room shots showing all the combinations of taste, modern, classic, contemporary, whatever you want to call it. And so now your retailers can show all these design styles and options on their website, which means more impressions for you and more sales velocity for all. Now, for retailers, this is a great option for you, especially if you purchased a great item and there's no room shot, or as I mentioned before, it was done on the cheap in China or somewhere. This is a way to elevate that item to its proper class. Come on, ask yourself, how often do you as a retailer complain about getting substandard marketing materials for the products you place on the floor and on your website? With Decora, this problem is solved. And for everyone else? So for everyone else, imagine if you're a rug supplier, an accessory company, or other home furnishing manufacturer supplier. Now, instead of the typical white background shot, you can make the product have a wow factor multiple times with multiple shots. On this slide, I'm going to show you the difficult process of planning product photography. Here, when I was at Ashley, this is what we went through just to make sure that the product got shot correctly. So on the next slide, I'm going to go through 4 different steps of what happens. On the right was the product photography. I'm going to show you 4 different ways that this product and this technology can solve multitude of problems and save you a ton of money. So let's talk about step 1. First, we had to wait for the furniture markets to determine which products were a go to be placed in line before we could schedule the photography. Next, we had to decide what type of presentation was needed for that product. Traditional, transitional, modern, contemporary, and so on. Remember, we only had one shot at this, and we had to get it right. If we didn't, that meant a repeat of steps 3 and 5 that I'm going to show you. So in step 3, we had to get the product off the showroom floor and into the studio so that we could design and create a unique room to showcase the product. Lots of time, and also to get in line behind all of the hundreds of other brands that also needed product photography at the same studio. Then there was the cost of the room scene. These costs varied between $800 and $1,200 per room shot. Conversions were usually an extra $600, or sure, we could do a straight single product shot at around $400 or $600 each, maybe a lamp and mirror for $125, and then there was the cost for someone to fly to the studio and manage the room shots. 1 day, 2 days, maybe 3 days. And of course, step 5 is the money shot. Here's the final concern. Will the retailers like the product shot? And will they use it? Now the real concern. Will the product shot engage the consumer's style? Consumers have so many styles today. Contemporary, traditional, transitional, modern, eclectic, city dwelling, yada, 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 and so much more. And then there's the final. And this is the process. Waiting for the shots to get done. Files printed, digitally formatted, and into the field. Usually that took anywhere from 2 to 4 months in the old days, losing valuable time and lost revenue because our sales reps had nothing to show the retailers when they hit the road to sell after the furniture markets. So with this new product, Decora, it's $250 a room shot. So if your costs were $1,200, you could do 5 different room scenes for your retailers on their websites. Or retailer, you could get 5 decent room shots on your 5 best sellers for $250 each. Now I'm going to talk about the 4th technology, and this is geared mainly for the retailers. And this discussion is going to be about retail business intelligence. It's a $6 trillion industry, and it's growing leaps and bounds every year. You must know everything about your business in real time. Why? Because your consumers do. The company I'm going to talk about is iConnect. It basically is a business intelligence solution that retailers can use anytime, anywhere. It's based in the cloud. It's simple, it's fast, it's intuitive, and affordable. And when I say affordable, a lot of the business intelligence solutions I've seen at market cost tens and tens of thousands of dollars to set up and cost per month. Plus, if they upgrade, that's another tens of thousands of dollars. And it's insane. And most small and medium retailers just can't afford that. But iConnect has solved that problem. They give you the information, what you need to know every day. Sales and merchandising reports. Improve gross margin and profitability. Know your winners, spot your winners and losers. Auto move losers to watch lists. Reward high gross margin sales and items and salespeople. Target market existing customers with a deep database for marketing. Tracking sales incentives. Full social media analytics and integration. Source of leads? Why are people coming to your store or your website? It can be integrated with your up system. Percentage of browsers converted into buyers, integrate web products and analytics. Want to know the average time is spent with a customer? Shopper analytics and timestamps. And you can track your top sales performers. Just imagine if you're a small and medium-sized retailer, and if you could track shopper footfalls inside your store. You could count for the visits, repeat visits. You could see a shopper pattern within your store. You could heat map to show customer density and sales in store zones, where they're going, where they're looking at most product. Facial recognition and track repeat visits, and beacons to bring shoppers into the store. But that's not all. Now, in your business intelligence, you can add inventory, logistics, and delivery management. So here are just a few of the ways that you can get business intelligence from your warehouse and logistics. Everything is based off radio frequency, and you can get radio frequency generated receiving, physical inventory, location transfer, scanner or prompted pick, generated stock check, and generated POS shopping cart. And remember, this system can be integrated into Profit Systems, Myriad, Storus, or most POS systems in the furniture industry. So let's talk about distribution management for a minute and how the system works for that. Automated dispatch and routing, batch location transfer, GPS tracking of your fleet. Also, you could give them turn-by-turn directions and geofence to make sure that they stay within the parameters of the delivery. Batch receiving and batch inventory. And of course, you've got to have customer relations management. So imagine this. You can manage customer info, connect with the customers via email and text messaging. You can do phone surveys, automated calling for deliveries and service. You could manage all your marketing campaigns, manage your social platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Delicious, Instagram, LinkedIn, Pinterest. All of those can be integrated into this business intelligence solution. So, what's the investment for this business solutions intelligent management system? It starts at $8.95 a month for up to 5 storefronts, and you can create 10 custom reports. It's 100% cloud-based and desktop compatible. You can customize any report for what you need and when you need it. So, don't be this guy. Or these guys.
Hello, Steve. Thanks for coming. My name is John. Any questions before we start? Good. How does your company currently measure results in digital marketing?
Well, we look at the bigger picture and try to see what kind of ripple effect we go for the key influencers who are. At the end of the day, we want to create a halo effect around our brand recognition.
We try to fine-tune engagements to get.
Working on getting a real 360-degree view of the customer to
cross-segment synergies. Likes?
Closed-loop marketing.
Sir,
Classification of our brand.
SEO?
Click-through rates?
Just make it go viral.
So as a kind of a quick summary, my philosophy, adapt now or become irrelevant tomorrow, or maybe even today. Before I go, I want to give you the opportunity to join some of my conversations. You can join me on LinkedIn. You can connect with me there. Twitter, under Napier Marketing. Facebook, Napier Marketing. Google+, and Pinterest. You can also join my group on LinkedIn, a strategic marketing group for retailers and brands. We have about 1,500 members there, and a lot of people contribute some great stuff for your brand or your retail store. You can live chat with me with my Pure Chat app, or you can chat with me on my corporate website, napiermkt.com, or my marketing website, socialforretail.com, or just email or call me. I want to thank you all for taking the time to review our webinar. And if you have any questions, we'll take those right now.